Hello everyone, good morning all of you. Welcome to you all in today's third online session of your revision. Now today we are going to revise chapter number 6 of your semester 1. And as you know already, what is the name of our chapter number 3? That is the junk seller. So let us start today's session with the revision of chapter number 6. First topic that we have to revise, that is the cross multiplication. In this you want to do the multiplication of some number, but to do the multiplication of that number you are not supposed to use your regular method for the multiplication. In this you want to make first boxes, and in that boxes you have to do the multiplication. So let us start. Whenever you have to solve any of the multiplication by the method whose name is cross multiplication, first you want to write down the expand form of both the number. So first you have to write down the expand form of 32. What is the expand form of 32? That is the 30 plus 2. And the another number, that is the 12. So the expanded form of 12 is 10 plus 2. Now here they were given both the side to 2 numbers. Therefore we have to make the table and do 4 equal parts. Now in the outer side you want to write down the expanded form. First you have to write down the expanded form of 32. That is, one side you have to write down 30 and on another side you want to write down 2. Whereas on the left hand side you have to write down the expanded form of 12. So the expanded form of 12, that is the 10 plus 2. So you have to write down 10 on the first box, and in the second box you want to write down 2. Now in the first box, do the multiplication of 30 and 10. So 30 multiplied by 10 is equal to 300. Now in the second box, you want to do the multiplication of 2 and 10. 2 multiplied by 10, that is the 20. Now in the third box, you want to do the multiplication of 2 and 30. Or we can say that 30 multiplied by 2. So 30 multiplied by 2 is equal to 60. Now in the last box, you want to take one number from row and another number from the column. So in both the sides there were the number 2. So in the last box, we have to do the multiplication of 2 multiplied by 2. So 2 2s are 4. Now what do we want to do? Now you have to add all these 4 numbers like this: 300 plus 20 plus 60 plus 4. Now 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 4 is equal to 4. 2 plus 6, 8, and 3 we have to write down as it is. So we can say that the answer of 32 multiplied by 12 is 384. Let us see the next one, that is the fill in the blanks. Here the first fill in the blanks is Anita bought 5 kilogram pulses at the rate of rupees 32 per kg. Per kg means this price 32 is for 1 kg. And how much Anita bought? Anita bought 5 kg. So you have to find out here the total cost of pulses is. So here you can see that they were given the price of 1 kg. From this 1 kg you have to find out the price of 5 kg. So whenever You want to find out the price of many things from the one thing. At that time you want to do the multiplication. But here we are using the unitary method. So we can say that the price of 1 kg is 32 rupees. Then the price of 5 kg is equal to question mark. Now the number which written in the cross, do the multiplication. So here we have to do the multiplication of 5 and 32. So 5 multiplied by 32 is equal to 160 rupees. So we can say that the price of 5 kg is rupees 160. Or in this question we are using one another method, that is the direct multiplication. Here we know that they were given the cost of one thing. From this cost of one thing we have to find out the cost of many things. Therefore we have to do the multiplication. So you can do the direct multiplication. 5 multiplied by 32 is equal to rupees 160. Now let us see the next topic, that is again the fill in the blanks. Now your fill in the blank is that in the shop potato is at the rate of rupees 10 per kg and onion is at the rate of rupees 16 per kg. So she means Anita bought 8 kg potato and 2 kg onion. What is the total cost of vegetable? In this question, they were given the two things to you. One, she purchased potato, and the another one, she purchased onion. And you have to find out the total cost of these both vegetable. So in this, we can do the unitary method as well as we can do the direct multiplication. If the sum is given in the filling the blanks, then you have choice. Either you can do the direct or either you can use unitary method. But if they were asking this type of things in any of the particular sums, then compulsory you have to follow the method of unitary method. And beside it, you have to mention the multiplication also. You are not supposed to write down direct answer of the multiplication. You have to show the method, how you solve, how you do that multiplication. So first here we are find out the total cost of potato. The cost of 1 kg is rupees 10 and she bought 8 kg potato. So do the multiplication. 8 multiplied by 10 is equal to 80 rupees. Now we are find out the total cost of onion. The cost of 1 kg onion is rupees 16. So 16 multiplied by 2. Why 2? Because she purchased 2 kg onion. That's why. So 2 multiplied by 16 is equal to 32. Now what is the total cost of this vegetable? 0 plus 2, 2 as it is, and 8 plus 3, that is the 11. So we can say that the total cost of vegetable is rupees 112. Let us see the next word problem. Sunil took a loan of rupees 600 from Mohanlal with a promise of giving rupees 120 every month for the 6th month. See here, Sunil is the person, he wants some money but he did not have. So he took a loan from Mohanlal. When Mohanlal gave rupees 600 to Sunil, at that time Sunil promised to Mohanlal that each month, or we can say that every month, he is paying rupees 120. This 120 rupees is paid by Sunil to Mohanlal. For how many months? For the 6 months. Means till 6 months, in each and every month, Sunil paid rupees 120. Now your question is that how much money was paid in the total by the Sunil? Here you want to find out that how much money is paid by Sunil in total. Means if he is paying rupees 120 continuously for the 6 months, then what is the amount? What is the total of that? So we can say that Sunil paid rupees 120 continuously for the 6 months. So here we can do the multiplication directly. 120 multiplied by 6 is equal to 720. Now see, Sunil is just taking the loan of rupees 600, but at the time of the returning this 600 rupees, instead of 600 rupees, he is paying rupees 720. So he gives some extra money to the Mohanlal. Now your next question is, how much extra money of the money he paid in the total for borrowing? Yes, we know that. Actually, he has to be paid rupees 600 to Mohanlal, but he paid rupees 720. So some extra amount is given by Sunil to Mohanlal. How much? You have to find out. He gave extra. So this 600 rupees, that is the amount. This 720 rupees, that is the amount with interest. And you have to find out the amount of interest. Amount of interest means what? That is the extra money. Extra amount is known as the amount of interest. Now do the subtraction. 720 minus 600. Then how much? Yes, we know that rupees 120 is the extra amount of money that he paid in the total at the time of the borrowing. Now let us see one another word problem. Minerva bought the 5 pens for rupees 20 each, means the cost of one pen is rupees 20. How much Minerva bought? 5 pens. And after that she sold all the pens to her friend for rupees 90. Tell whether the Minerva is in loss or not. If yes, then how much? So let us see, let us find out first the total buying cost. Total buying cost means we can say that the total purchasing cost. The cost of one pen is rupees 20. And how much she purchased? She purchased the 5 pens. So do the multiplication. 20 rupees multiplied by 5 is equal to 100 rupees. So we can say that the buying price is rupees 100, but she sold these all the pens to her friend at the rate of rupees 90. When she purchased these 5 pens, at that time she paid rupees 100. At the time of the selling, she paid only rupees 90. She get only rupees 90. So in these you can see that buying price is greater. Whenever your buying price is greater, at that time in that transaction there is a loss. Loss of how much? So Minerva is in loss. And how much rupees? rupees 10. How you get this rupees 10? From the buying price, you have to subtract the selling price of that pen. So 100 minus 90 is equal to rupees 10. So in this transaction, Minerva has a loss of rupees 10. Let us see one another word problem. In this, Nitika bought 3 pairs of gloves for rupees 180. Now see here, in this statement it says that she's just purchased 3 pair of gloves and she gave only rupees 180 for that 3 things, for that 3 pairs of gloves. But at the time of the sold date, at the time of the selling, each pair she is just sold not all 3 pairs of gloves. She is just sold each pair means one pair for rupees 90. Find the amount of gain or loss in this deal. In this you have to find out first if there is a gain. The another name for the gain is profit. In this transaction there is a profit or loss, and by how much that you have to find out. So the first one you have to find out the total selling cost of gloves. Here by mistake there is the pen. So you have to write down here gloves. Okay. When she sold it at that time, she sell it at one pair for rupees 90. So we can say that 90 multiplied by 3 is equal to 270. So we can say that the buying price is rupees 180, whereas the selling price is rupees 270. Now in this, selling price is greater. So in this transaction there is a gain, or we can say that there is a profit. And profit of how much? Do the subtraction, 270 minus 180. Then we can say that Nitika is in the profit of rupees 90. Now see the next one. That is also some word problem. Given below is the rate list of the kind of junk which Seema bought from the junk collector. Seema bought some junk from the junk collector, and given below they were given some rate of that thing. See here, the junk of cotton, if there is a junk of cotton wool, then she get rupees 150. If that is the bottle tops, then rupees 80. If there is a paper clip, then she get rupees 85. Springs 60 rupees. Nut and balls rupees 50, and plastic for rupees 15. She sold it to a big junk seller and got rupees 590. She wants to keep the record of all this. Help her to keep the record and write the amount she earned. See here, they were given the different rate to you. When she sold it to the big junk seller, at that time she got rupees 590. Now, in this you have to maintain the record entry of the money. Here you have to write down list of the item, then the amount. Now here you have to write down the total money paid. How much total money she paid to any of the person from which she collect this all the junk. Then money got. This money got from the big junk seller. And how much she earned you have to write down. You have to fill this all. So let us start with the list of the items and amount. There is a cotton wool. Amount is rupees 150. Bottle tops. The amount is 80. Paper clips 85 rupees. Springs 60 rupees. Nuts and bolts 50 rupees. Plastic 15 rupees. Now this is the amount which she paid. Now do the addition of this all the number 150 plus 80 plus 85 plus 60 plus 50 plus 15. So the total of these all six amount is rupees 440. Means when she collect this junk from any of the house, from any of the place, from any of the person, at that time she paid rupees 440 to them. But when she sell this all junk to the junk seller, at that time she get rupees 590. So see here, she is paying rupees 440, but she get at the time of the selling she get only rupees 590. So how much money she earn? Do the subtraction, 590 minus 440. So we can say that she earned rupees 150. Thank you. I hope you understand these all revision sums. So do more and more practice. Thank you.